From one small ship, alright, well, that was fun, to the most powerful fleet in the system, complete with the most legendary ships. Join me, the Layback Gamer, in StarSector Galactic Domination. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, good whatever time of day it may be for you, ladies and gentlemen. I'm the Layback Gamer, and I'm happy to be back with some more StarSector. Very excited for this because, well, I finally got most of my prep work. Well, actually, yeah, most of my prep work done for the final bit of this campaign. There's just a couple more things that I need to do on camera, and for the most part, we are ready to go. But this episode is just going to be some recap of what's happened in my offline session. So, originally I was going to play and try and upgrade all my administratives to max level while also getting tons and tons of credits. As you can see, I'm down by a significant portion, though that is because I've done a lot of repairing on my fleets, as well as I've bought a ton of supplies and fuel and have them all routed to Sindria, so we can rally up from there and prepare to strike out against the 9th Battle Group. Who, well, that was the original plan. And that's kind of partially remained the same in this instance. However, in a previous instance, once I had all that ready to go, I had my fleet perfected, I had noticed that the 9th Battle Group basically wiped everybody else out. Yeah, they consumed almost every other planet out there. The only ones they didn't touch were the guys that they were solid allies with from the get-go. But they had just went on a complete tear. And it very saddened me because, well, there's nobody left to sit. There was really nobody left to save in the galaxy from their tyranny. And so I reloaded back and then did things a bit differently. I focused more on getting the story points I wanted so I could upgrade my fleet before going off to the combination of Tarsonis, Gamma Draco, and another planet in the same system as Tarsonis because of the ancient structures that I rebuilt and was able to use them for. So effectively, I turned back the clock by quite a bit, and I still wasn't able to save everybody, which was frustrating. As you could see, no more alliances here. There are very few alliances here. Oh wait, no, hold on, I'm in the wrong tab. And an entire alliance is gone. And I like to think I had a hand in that, even though I didn't. So and first off, as well, yeah, there's not a lot of people left. In my instance, they had continuously been picking off Reparation Society, but they kept coming back with another station somewhere else. Parison League, gone. Tri-Tac, gone. I think the Pathers were still around. I cannot remember, and the Pirates were obviously still around. I think they may have also been attacking independent systems. I don't remember. All I remember was when I had finally finished everything and bothered to look, because I had spent a lot of the time AFK'd, I realized, oh my god, they killed everyone. These guys had killed everyone. Which is, it was not good. So, upon the reload, I was surprisingly able to... I'd started a couple of missions to try and get... to break the alliance between Tri-Tac and 9th Battle Group because they were allied with each other and slowly picking off everybody. The Luddic Church, they were kind of already dead. There wasn't really much I could do. I tried my best to do that, to save them, but I couldn't. And unfortunately, recently, the Kingdom of Terra has been wiped out. And that sucked because I really tried to save. I was trying everything I could to save them. The first part was break off the alliance between Tri-Tac and 9th Battle Group. And then afterwards, I was trying to use my operatives to boost relations. As you can see, I'm still trying that right now because 9th Battle Group is going to continuously eat apart that alliance until they're all dead. So I'm trying to keep them alive. And the funny part is, once I capture the capital of Tritac, I'm going to put myself in an alliance with these guys, join this, and the Freedom Confederacy will be effectively the dominant power of the galaxy, which is absolutely insane. I didn't think I could get this, but just by sheer coincidence, we can make it. We're gonna make it work. The original plan of complete galactic peace, I had thrown that out the window because everybody was still trying to kill one another. And now everyone who's left is in an alliance with each other. So I think I can... All I have to do is kill off 9th Battle Group, try my best to minimize the Pathers and the Pirates as best as I can, and join the alliance, and I somehow got exactly what I wanted. And there'd be a galactic alliance, or a sector-wide alliance, which is absolutely insane. It'd be even crazier if I could bring a couple people back and then get them to join the alliance through my various, through a couple of agents. I'd have to dismiss the saboteur agents that I have, but it would be well worth if I can get negotiators and just have them constantly negotiating for spots in the alliance. That would be insanity. Oh, that would be crazy. I would not be... It's unbelievable that that could possibly happen. But for the moment, provided these three don't break up with each other, which I'm hoping they don't, we should be fine. Everyone has a common enemy in the 9th Battle Group, so that's stabilizing this confederacy for the time being. As well, I had mentioned I had been doing this, but I was gathering story points up here in the Mansa system, and I've been slowly upgrading my fleet, as well as recruiting a few new ships, mainly Onslaughts, because I wanted to have a mostly Onslaught, mostly all the Onslaughts I can find. I don't know if there's actually any more left. If there is, then I'm going to quickly put that together and incorporate it into the fleet. I'm pretty sure I got them all. I have to check to see if there was one from the Luddic Church, which would be checking my pool over in Syndria of ships. I have a ton of them there. So yes, why don't we go ahead and take a look at the brand new fleet that I've assembled. As you can see, it's it's absolutely busted. So, some may ask, well, how exactly did you do this? Did you cheat it in? Did you spawn them in like this? And the answer is no. Recall, a while ago, we had found these ancient... I think I could go to Tarsonis, and that would be the best way to break it down. We had found these ancient industries. I don't see it. It's not up here. Yeah, or old industry on the planet. And one of this one happened to have been a hull deconstructor, which can take ships and deconstruct them for the empty forged templates. You know those things I was carrying around for the longest time? One of them had a battle wall and the other one had something on it I can't remember the name of, and I had no idea what to do with them. Well, turns out I needed another planet. I had to go searching. I looked it up online and I figured out what I needed to do. So in order to put them to use, I had to find a place that had a hull forge at it. And I can install these forge templates, and using those, I get a ship off from those templates. And depending on, it can stack multiple charges on it, so I could have, I think up to 3 charges depending on the ship and AI core combination that I used. For the most part, they ended up with 2 charges, which was fine because they got more permanent hull mods added onto them. So that's why they have all these hull mods onto here. If we go ahead and hop into... okay. Alright, that's good. I thought for a second I was about to reveal the surprise that I had planned. So as you can see here, they gain this automated construction, and I took all of my ships, broke them down, and well, effectively I got double the ship quantity. Some of them I got triple the ship quantity, like the tug ships and the Atlas ships. I got 3 charges from that, so I was able to build a pretty good fleet out of that, or quantity out of that. I had built on a few hull mods, so for this one in particular, it was augmented field drive, heavy armor, and reinforced bulkheads. And then I don't know how the game picked it out, but then it added 3 additional max built-in hull mods. So this one picked EMC package, efficiency overhaul, and integrated targeting units. It was quite nice. And afterwards, then I would just go ahead and go, okay, let's auto fit this. I select which one I wanted and went from there. So some of the ships are a little bit different, others are not. And I did this with every single one of the ships in the fleet. Every single one. So here's the surprise. If we come down here, this had no limit to what I could do. So as you could see the little poking out of the top there, I was able to do it with the hub ships. And some people, you might already know where I'm going with this, might be asking, what other ships did I do it with? Well, I did it with the single most powerful ships that we have available to us. That's right. I've got not 1, not 2, but 3 of these dreadnoughts. As well as for fun, I also did the prototype ships as well, which was absolutely bonkers to me that I could do that. Oh, the insanity. I was so happy when this was the first ship I tried it on too. I tried it on this ship first, which is why they had 3. Also, I didn't pay attention to the lore because I wanted to try to make it lore accurate. I thought there were 3 super dreadnoughts in use, and one of them 2 of them had been converted to the Revenant Gestalt. It turns out it was just one of them, and then the other one we know was I think the Hand of God. I changed it to be just the Hand Reborn, Haven Reborn, because that was the name of their of the other super dreadnought, and then my personal favorite, the Vengeance of Kadir. And the one that I have my character personally pilot whenever I was fighting off massive remnant mess fleets. So anytime, all these story points that I got for every single one of these ships here, plus a few that were back at home because I hadn't realized that, oh, these guys, they'll get 3 charges per, so I only need to break down one of them. Same with this, I only broke one of these guys down. I think, did this one give 2? Don't remember if that gave 2. This one gave 3. So I have a couple of Atlases sitting at home that have all the max amount of built-in S mods that I'm not using because, well, I don't really need to. But anyways, yeah, this is the fleet. My pride and joy, which, as you can see by the amount of hull mods, did not get the same treatment because I told myself that every single one of these ships can do it. But this ship here, this isn't just a ship. This isn't just the ship. And it's not just this fleet's capital ship or flagship. This is my ship. And I am not letting anything touch my ship. If I was willing to kill entire factions because they blew up my ship, I ain't about to sacrifice it to the Forge. So, it is the only one in the entire fleet that did not get the same treatment as everyone else. Everyone else had been deconstructed, reconstructed in the Hull Forge, and then if there was multiple copies of it, they are currently en route to Syndria. They're all repaired. Every single one of them are repaired except for the ones that are currently in our fleet, because I can let our passive of restoring one of these D-mods, slowly fix every single one, all the ships up. And I did that for every single one. None of the ships that are here, except for Haven Reborn, because it wasn't, it was a little bugged. Every single one of these ships, I have let the passive heal it back up. So one of the things that's kind of plaguing us at the moment, that could be a potential for some of our other ships, because for whatever reason the game refuses to fix it, is that massive printing defect. We take a look at it, because I could see one on. I also tried to give similar names to what the ships were beforehand. So, for instance, every single one of these capital ships here, if you were to go back and look at previous episodes where I have them appearing, they all have the same name. I was tempted to put Reborn after all of them, but some of the names are too long for that, so I just stuck with only having these guys say that, because it makes sense. These were the two super dreadnoughts that had been in service to the Kadir Remnant, or the Kadir Theocracy, one of those two. And so, to me, it made sense that they would still have that they would have the Reborn in there, because effectively they were destroyed, they were broken and beaten, but now they've been reforged and remade into some powerful modern day super dreadnoughts. And let me tell you, no fleet so far, no single fleet out there has been able to successfully defeat one of these guys in battle. 2, 3 fleets, yep, they can best one in battle, even destroy it if I'm not paying attention and can't get it to retreat off the battlefield, but no single fleet that I've gone against, and I've gone against a few fleets because I had an accidental little incident with the 9th Battle Group while trying to save the Kingdom of Terra, which, again, failed, and that was pretty sad. I've also had some pirate encounters and some Blooded Church, but no single fleet, with the exception of that one fleet that that one bounty that we had encountered while getting this Ludic Pather locomotive. Nothing has been able to kill these. No single fleet. It has to take multiple fleets in order to kill them. And when for some reason, the game dropped the amount that I could field cut it in half, which I don't know how I did that on accident or what happened there. But essentially, it made the battles last a lot longer, which was a bit unfortunate. But I found things to be able to fill out the time while I waited for the Super Dreadnought to finish everything. But it made it a lot easier, because before I'd be able to deploy 2, but one of them would always have to kind of leave the battlefield before the end if there was multiple fleets involved. And by reducing it down to just 1, oftentimes if I was piloting it and we happened to get, a decent engagement at worst, we could take 2 full fleets on before our combat readiness was depleted, which absolutely crazy. Anyways, a couple of things that might plague us is this major printing defects. I'm not going to be fielding any ships that have these, because as you can see here, it reduces the repair rate by 20%, increases the upkeep by 10%. That one's bad, but I can live with the slightly extra upkeep, especially with efficiency overhaul on them. It slows the turret turn rate by 10%. I don't think it does matter on a ship like this. Increases CR degradation after peak performance time by 25%, and this is the big one, has a high chance of experiencing malfunctions in combat. So when I was taking Haven out, because Vengeance of the Kadir had reached its maximum point before it was ready, it fell apart. That was often with 3 or more fleets. I would then sub this guy in, and I noticed after a while, why is your engines malfunctioning? At 100% combat, that shouldn't happen. And then I read into the defect, I read into this, went, oh, that's bad. So I ended up restoring them. So we'll keep an eye out on this. For whatever reason, it refused to fix it on here. I don't know if the same is going to be onto this ship, because we still have quite a bit left to repair. And at the time when I had this with that defect, that demod, it was the only ship in the fleet that had demods. So I knew that something weird was going on with it. It fixed it on this one, but I think it should be okay. And then these two, whether I lucked out or not, they just didn't have that mod on it. I don't understand why, but they just didn't have the mod on it. Either that, or they did, and I had never noticed it. Yeah. Oh, and one other thing. I forgot to mention this part, but to make that combination work, I need one more world. Specifically, no, it wasn't this one. It was this one here. The Ancient Laboratory. This is where I can input a degraded forge template, which I also had one of in my inventory. I believe it was one of them. I shove it into here, and then it restores it to a blank one. And then I go back to Tarsonis, break down his ship, go back to Gamma Draco, have it process until it became a degraded forge template, bring it back to here, restore it, and kept that loop going. It was a shame I didn't have more, because it would have made the process a lot, I wouldn't have to have done as much traveling. But with 4 templates, I was able to completely reforge the entire fleet. And this, I believe, is our fleet's final form. It contains a lot of the targets for our bounties. Nope, I lied. I forgot one other thing. I forgot something related to the bounties. I had been exploring around a little bit because I got bored of waiting around. And one of the things I noticed was it was either at the Pathers or the Pirates that they also had a couple of high bounty targets. So I need to take those 2 on before I go to our massive war against the 9th Battle Group. As well as this, all the loot that I've been getting from the Mantis system and around Catacrom, that I've been funneling it all to funneling it all to Jengala. So I have no idea. I have yet to look at the surplus of weapons, supplies, fuel, all that stuff that I have on that system. I have yet to actually take a look at it. I used a sizable portion of our inventory in Syndria up, and I do want to modify a couple of these ships a little bit better. I want to change this so that it matches both of these guys, as well as I want to have these go back to what the Ziggurat class was beforehand. Another cool upgrade that I made was on this Incursion Battle Group 4 Assault ship. Normally, these both are using the same auto-fit templates, except for this one, I decided because I had picked this weapon up from Midnight Dissidents, I wanted to give it a try. So it's a Rift Cascade Emitter. I have no idea what this does. I'm interested to see what it does, and I can't wait to test it out in battle. So anyways, I think that about sums up the recap. I have a few things that I'm going to be taking care of over the next little bit. I don't know if I'm going to have any videos from I think I may have recorded a little bit of footage from when I settled this system. I don't know if I've already released that or if not, but I guess that's another thing. I settled this system and did a couple other things. So I'll see if I end up remembering to post that up on the channel. Hopefully I did before this point, and you guys can tell me if I didn't. Or I'll be telling myself that heavily if I didn't. But I do have a few things to take care of. For instance, in our next episode, as you can see here, this is a world that's been stripped by the mess, and there is a orbital station that I can take on outside. I know it drops something because I tested it out just to see, okay, what does this do? And from there, we've got some bounties to take on. Two more high target bounties from either the pirates or the Pathers. And there was one other thing I had. Shoot, there was one other thing, and I'm kind of blanking on it at the moment. Oh, sorry, there's two other things I had. Sorry. So one of them is this system. It's not that system. It's this system here, yeah. I still have yet to take on one of these Coronel Hyper Shunts, and I think with the 3 dreadnoughts, super dreadnoughts that we have, plus the hub ships, all of these capital ships that I got, I think I can take it on. I'm 99% sure I can take this on. And then we got one other thing to take on down here, and I believe it's here. Yeah, it's down here. And that is the Abyssal Horror. I have no idea how to... I'm pretty certain this fight's going to be a tough fight. I know it's going to be a tough fight, and I'm hoping the Ziggurats will make a difference in fighting this. So we got 4 things to look forward to. I'm going to be making separate episodes dedicated. Well, I don't know if I'll make separate episodes dedicating to each because, well, I'm already in the Mansa system. I'm just going to take on, unless it has a bit of a quest line that is associated with it. If that one's pretty easy, then I'm also going to take on the Coronel Hyper Shunt in the same video. But anyways, I hope we've got this all up to speed. And I hope you guys are excited for what I got planned throughout the month. I know for a fact, unlike StarCraft Brood War, because I forgot a couple things. I forgot something major in there that's going to prevent me, more than likely, from ending it that month. Oh, yeah, that's right. I also have to settle these planets, too. Excuse me. I've been keeping this around in case I found something that requires it. So I probably could have put that on a different world. Anyways, I know for a fact that within this month of December, I'm going to pull off the last of the goals that I want to get done. I'm going to try my best to get as multiple places captured in a single sitting. I'm going to have quite a bit that I have to do. I'm thinking my first target probably has to be, we need to launch a surprise attack against the Erie. That will take out a big chunk of the 9th Battle Group's ability to muster fleets. And at the same time, I can launch some fleets from Syndria to... I don't know if they can take Volturn and Salios. I do know that the amount of privateer bases I have up around will keep them company. Will keep the 9th Battle Group busy. So provided we can take out the major planets that they'll produce military from, I think we can I think with relative confidence, we can take out the 9th Battle Group within the month of December, get ourselves allied up in the Federation, the Confederation, and call the game complete. We'll effectively become essentially the custodian of this sector with the most powerful fleet imaginable. And finally, this instance be retired. So, thank you everybody for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Hit the subscribe button if you really enjoyed. Don't forget to share this video or any other videos to anybody who you think will enjoy my content. Already said what we're doing next time. We're taking on some remnant mess fleets and the Nexus. Till then, take it easy.
And welcome back. You have made it to the end of the video. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed, hit that subscribe button if you really enjoyed, maybe share this video to anybody who you think will enjoy my content, and also don't forget to check out some of my other stuff. I'm not only doing this game, but I also have done a ton of other games. Well, a ton, I think I can count, well, I'm not sure how many games I've done at this point, but anyways, here's a small little bit of collection of games that I've done. And if you look on screen, it should take you to either another video or a playlist. Maybe you'll enjoy that. Perhaps you might not. I don't know. We will find out. Hope you all enjoyed, and until next one, take it easy.